Hi guys, this video is for station 8. If you look at station 8, it's asking you to solve the absolute value equations below. I'm going to solve number 2, 4, and 6. For problem number 2, the problem is the 9 times the absolute value of n minus 8 minus 10 is less than 26. Less is nest, more is or, and then you always have to isolate the absolute value. So in this case, in the case of number 2, that's step 1, okay? Isolate the absolute value. Less is nest would be like this. More is or is like that. Okay, so in this case we have less is nest, and our absolute value is not isolated. So the first things we're going to do is we're going to get rid of everything that is there. The first thing we're going to do is add 10 to both sides. You're going to do PEMDAS backwards. Okay, that becomes 9 absolute value of m minus 8 is less than 26 plus 10 is 36. You want to get rid of the 9. We are multiplying 9 times the absolute value, so we're going to do the opposite, which is to divide. You are now left with m minus 8 absolute value of 36 divided by 9, which is 4. Now that your absolute value is isolated, you can split it into two inequalities. And just kidding, I did it wrong. Less is nest means that I got to put it in between a positive 4 and a negative 4. Okay, so you're going to add 8 to both sides. The video calls it a triple-headed monster, but I didn't really like that name. So m is between 4 and 12. And this is your solution. Okay, let's look at number 4. The question for number 4 says the absolute value, 9 times the absolute value of x plus 8 plus 10 is less than 55. Absolute value of x plus 8 plus 10 is less than 55. First step is to isolate the absolute value. So we're going to subtract 10 from both sides. You're doing the opposite of what you see. So you have 45. You want to get rid of the 9 since we're multiplying both sides by 9. And now you're left with x plus 8 is less than or equal to 5. Now that the absolute value is isolated, you need to nest it in between a negative 5 and a positive 5. This is only true when you have less is nest. When you have a nest, you're going to nest it in between two numbers. Okay, you're going to subtract 8 from both sides, actually from all three, and you're left with negative 5 minus 8 is negative 13, less than x, less than 3. We're going to do 6 now. Okay, number 6, you should be able to anticipate what I'm going to do next. Okay, you should be able to tell me ahead of time. You want to isolate the absolute value. You're going to do the opposite of what's being done. So you have 9 absolute value of r minus 2 is less than 63. Negative 73 plus 10 is negative 63. We are multiplying times 9, so we need to get rid of those. So you actually have the absolute value of r minus 2 is less than or equal to 63 divided by 9 is negative 7. And now you have a nest. In this case, you have negative 7. Because you can't really nest this, right? You need the negative on this side and then the positive on that side. So this is actually going to be no solution. This is the end of station 8.